This module looks at the operation of the cap and the rotor arm in the Delco Remy twin-point distributor. The spark plug leads are held in place by this removable top and attach to a series of spikes here. It's important when fitting new leads to ensure that they snug down nicely on the spike and then are held in place by replacing this cover. The cap itself is held in place by the two spring clips and is retained by a lug that sits in the body of the distributor. Inside are the 6 firing pins which connect to the leads above. The current from the coil is distributed through a domed carbon plug here. As you can see on this particular cap, that's completely missing. Now, there are a variety of ways of replacing caps. New versions of these are available through the Rolls-Royce and Bentley supply chain and through the distributor doctor. But if you do go that route, note that the lead order cast onto the top here will be different. It will be the Rolls-Royce firing order, not the Talbot firing order. So pay particular care in terms of how you attach the leads. If your original cap is generally sound, but is only missing the carbon button, or badly worn button, it's possible to drill this out with a 6mm drill and replace it with a carbon brush from a Black & Decker power tool. And that is covered comprehensively in Talbot Owners Club magazine number 86, that modification. It's also possible to use a much more modern cap. These caps fit a number of 6-cylinder cars of the British automobile industry of the 50s and 60s, so Triumph GT6 and Vauxhall Cresta, and are widely available at modest prices. The difficulty is that the original caps are located 30 degrees out of angle with the Talbot cap and therefore need to be modified. And there are essentially 3 ways of modifying these caps. The first is to change the orientation of the rotor arm, and that's covered in Talbot Owners Club magazine 55. The second way is to cut a new indent here 30 degrees around and use the original cap. The third is to slice the top off of this cap and rotate it through 30 degrees and glue it back into position. So that modification is covered in magazine 88, and the modification to the base is covered in magazine 56. So many ways in which it's possible to utilize a new cap. The rotor arm simply lifts off the shaft. There are 2 types of rotor arm fitted which are identical in function, just different in shape. These also are widely available, are fitted to the same range of vehicles, Vauxhall and Triumph. So the Lucas RA3 is the larger style one, and that's listed here for Triumph, TVR, Vauxhall. So again, widely available.